What's up, guys? 14 days until our due date. I'm getting excited more and more every day. Whatever. The baby will be here in 14 days or less, or maybe a little bit more.
No. No. I can't.
You can. You're doing it.
I can't go over.
You currently are doing it.
But I can't go over.
But you can't go over.
Yeah. We're like suicidal watch over here.
So. I hope whoever watches these videos appreciates them because they take me forever to do. How long did the ones that I did today take? Like
I don't know.
4 or 5 hours?
Sideways.
It took forever. Like, I have a job, dude. Like, but I do these for her because I love you.
What a guy.
Today we went for a walk. Hayley has been feeling not stellar today. Would you say that's a good description?
Yeah. Well, I also had nothing on my agenda. So there's
talking to the mic.
I had nothing on my agenda.
Go.
So it's easy to feel sorry for myself on days like that.
Yeah.
Did you turn the heater on? I swear, if you turned the heater on,
then what?
I'm going to lose my shit.
You ain't gonna do shit.
I'm overheating.
All right, I will turn the heater off.
So you did.
Temporarily.
I can like smell it burning. I don't understand why he gets so cold. He's from Washington State, where they have a winter. And here he is in Los Angeles. It's not even cold. It's perfect. And
perfect would be 95
bitching.
Degrees. 95.
Dude, go live in a desert.
I live here.
Yeah, well, you can go live in a desert.
Yeah.
I will not join you, but you can go live
Look,
there.
if I have to live here and deal with all the LA stuff, I would at least like for it to be warm and sunny.
Well, say a lot of things about a lot of other places. Too.
Like what?
Like Virginia, the other place we bought a house in.
Yeah.
And the football players that were just killed.
Dude, all right, let's talk about that, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy and it's wrong and it's terrifying and what the fuck.
Hayley gets really fired up when it comes to anything that happens with football players, like college football players.
Athletes too, in general.
Athletes in general, but like especially football players, especially college football players, because she only hung out with like college football players in college. I
hung out with just athletes, but
right.
Yeah, a lot of my friends were definitely football players.
Correct.
Yeah, and it's really scary when that happens. It's like,
for those of you guys that didn't see, 3 college football players got shot on a bus.
And I'm not sure if
do we have a motive yet? Do they know why?
No.
I'm assuming they were fighting about something like.
They were fighting about something. I don't know so there's 2 stories that I've read, and one says the guy was on the bus and it was still in motion, and then it came to a halt.
Like, you can't talk to me like that, got up out of his seat, and then bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, but then I also read something where it was like the bus was pulling in.
And he was outside of the bus.
Yeah, so I'm like, I don't know. I've heard 2 stories, and they're both pretty good sources. So,
and they caught that guy, right?
Yeah, I mean, he was like 80 miles away. Like, they caught him today.
Oh, dude, he's going to prison.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
For a very long time. Or possibly death penalty. I don't know what Virginia's got going on there.
I don't know if they have that, actually.
Well, he killed 3 people.
Yeah,
that might be capital murder there.
And there's one in critical condition, and one that's definitely.
And there was multiple witnesses, I believe. So.
Well, and there's one that's gonna make it, I think. Like, so one's in like good condition, and one's in critical.
Yeah.
So it could be 4. So something happened. This guy was also an ex-football player. You forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
That never played. So he was on the roster in 2018, which puts him at being either a 4th year or a 5th year this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was still like traveling with the team?
No. So he was just on the roster.
Yeah.
2018.
Uh-huh.
He is still a student. So what I'm saying is he's either a 4th or a 5th year. He could have been dismissed. He could, I don't know. There's a lot of things that can happen in college.
What do you
think?
When
you're a scholarship athlete, you know?
How do you prevent this? How do you prevent this from happening?
A bunch of people would say something about gun laws, and I'm like, okay, first of all, you guys are all talking before you know anything. That's stupid. Because I'm like, we don't know how he has this gun.
It could be stolen.
Right? Like, so yeah. So I'm just like, everybody just opening their mouth saying, we need better gun laws. I'm like, that wasn't going to prevent this. Like I said, I hung out.
We also don't know the details too, to be fair.
We don't know the details, but what I'm saying, we're also not jumping to a conclusion.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, I mean, I hung out with a lot of football players, athletes in general in college, and they're like, they roll deep and they get very passionate about things.
Yeah.
And it's just like any other group, but when they become like your really good friends, like you'd be surprised at what people are willing to do. You know, I saw some like pretty crazy shit like.
And do you think that's
college.
part of just like where they come from?
Yeah,
and
where they
like
come
just like
from.
how they grew up and shit? Like
Yeah, like where they're raised, how you handle things, like where you're from, and then you come to college and you are there to do the thing, but I mean, where you come from doesn't leave you. Yeah. Like it just doesn't. So
yeah, and it's like it's unfortunate because it's like I wonder if that guy who committed that crime had a positive male role model in his life growing up, because I feel like if he did, that person probably would have taught him not to handle his problems this way. Like, and I'm not talking about like a coach, like someone that was around 24/7
but like,
all the time.
I mean, I'm fully involved in this case right now. And this football player that committed the crime, he was like a key club leader. He was
he had like good grades and shit.
Like he was on the National Awards Honor Society thing. He was a 2-time Student of the Year coming into college. So I'm assuming he's also a scholarship student. So I don't know what happened when he got to college. Like he could have been injured, depression, I don't know. So something happened to where he was no longer on the team, but he is still there for school. And that happens often with scholarship athletes, like to where they can still continue their education, but they no longer own a spot on the team.
Do you think that it had something to do with something outside of school and outside of like maybe like drug related or gambling related or money related, something like that?
Yeah, I think there was like...
I'm dying to know what the motive is.
Yeah, I think it was a problem. Like, I
don't think it was like the guy was talking shit, so I shot him, you know, like, and five other people, you know?
Yeah, like, it could have been drugs. It could have been like somebody's girl. Yeah. Like I said, he could have pissed somebody off. They could have done something. I don't know. Like there has to be a intentional motive here. I think. I don't think that happens because he definitely knew the guys. Yeah.
Well, we will find out what happens in time.
If he talks.
Before we jump off, I did hear that Jay Leno, some accident and he got badly burned.
Yeah, his face is burned.
Sucks, dude. Like, I love Jay Leno. Seems like a great dude, super nice to everybody. I actually met him at a barbecue place in Burbank one time, and he drove up in like a steam engine car or something like that. He was just standing in line and, you know,
that's his hood.
Got tri-tip. And I asked him if it was good, and he was like, yeah, it's really good here.
Was he short?
No, he's not tall, but he's not like tiny, you know.
Yeah. I've only seen him in cars driving around the valley.
Anyway, he was
actually just in Burbank and Toluca Lake.
He was super nice to me, and I really hope he has a speedy recovery and it's not that bad.
Well, didn't get his ears or his eyes.
That's good. All right, guys. Well, we will check in.
We didn't even talk about my pregnancy, but
we're already 10 minutes in.
I'm having heartburn. Goodbye.
All right, guys. We will touch base again tomorrow. Be sure to check in and leave us a comment if you watched this, just letting us know that you watched it. I don't know. What should they say? What's the code word?
Donut.
Donut. Write donut in the comments. I don't know. All right, guys. We'll talk to you soon.
My chest, dog.